This is what getting ready for the podcast looks like. Isn't it, Vinny? Say hello to the people. Say hello to the people watching. Hello. Welcome. My name's Marie and this is my yarn journey. With an added visitor again. This week it's going to be a traditional podcast. But I wanted to actually start by saying a massive thank you. I'm blown away by how many people have taken the time to watch my videos, to like them or subscribe to my channel, which is really, really nice. And I'm just so pleased that people are watching and liking, the videos that I'm putting up on YouTube, because primarily it's just part of the hobby, isn't it? And it's nice to be able to document what you've done and your journey, and getting other people involved, because a lot of us knitters know, we're not always surrounded by lots of knitty friends. I mean, my mum used to do a lot of knitting but doesn't anymore, and so I've just got one friend who enjoys the same hobby as me, and it's so nice when you can talk to people who understand. And that's why mainly the Instagram knitting community, and then all the podcasters that do these podcasts make it so enjoyable, and so that we can all connect in some way. So yeah, I just wanted to say real big thank you, and I hope that you keep watching and following along with my journey. I'll keep going as long as I'm enjoying doing these podcasts. The podcasts I'm hoping to keep with the 2-week schedule, and then I will try and do a video in between, but that all depends how much knitting I've got done, what's going on in life, etc, etc. Anyways, I'll get on with the podcast. No finished objects this time, but I have been working away on my whips to try and get them done. So I'll get the first one out. I'll show you this one first, which is my Daft Days cardigan, and I have connected the fronts and the back. So I've made quite a lot of progress on this one, and I'm really, really pleased. I've not done anything since I joined it, which I think was last weekend. This is the dark grey is Peruvian Highland, Filcolana Peruvian Highland wool, which I can never say that, I always get tongue tied. And the coloured stripes are my advent from last year, which was For the Love of Yarn, and they're beautiful colours, really, really soft, that yarn. So I've just got to do the button band and the arms. A lot of picking up stitches for the button band, and this is the first cardigan I've knit, so it's all new, but so far it's been good. And the pattern is pretty mindless once you get going, and it is a bit potato chippy, because you can, you've got 4 rows and 4 rows and 4 rows if you decide to do the four row stripes like it's in the pattern. Hopefully by next podcast I will have made some progress on this, but we shall see. I tried it on as well, and I'm pretty pleased because it's quite a good fit, and it's I think it's going to look more of a dressy cardigan, so I'm hoping that can wear it with jeans done up, and it'll look quite smart. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is my salty days. Now if you watched last week's vlog where I was talking about how much I knit in a week, then you will have seen that I was doing this, and I think I was midway down the body, and I was working on chart C, which is, I'll just show you, put it the right way around, which is this section here. And as you can see, I have finished the whole body, and I've done the Italian bind off on the bottom of the ribbon. It's twisted rib. Really, really pleased with how this has turned out, and it's a lovely length on me. It's not actually as oversized as I was expecting, but I didn't do the recommended size in the pattern because it looked very oversized, and I've never done a really oversized one. I was worried that I wouldn't like it. So I still think it's going to be look lovely on, and I'll probably insert some pictures because I have taken a few silly shots of me trying it on. But yeah, so that chart C, what I want to say about that is it mainly was me that was getting it wrong, because it's pretty much the same as what you're doing up here, and did that one with no hitches. But what I did do on this is I ripped it back 3 or 4 times on that section, and it really started to get frustrating. I thought, why can I not do this? Doesn't seem that difficult what you're doing in the pattern, but it just didn't seem to be working out and lining up. So I tried counting my stitches. I had the right amount of stitches. I tried all sorts, nothing was working. So what I ended up doing was I got my light bulb stitch markers, which I've got some on the other project after, so I'll show you that. And the pattern repeat in that chart was 8 stitches. So I put a marker every 8 stitches, and that was amazing to do. It really fixed the problems I was having, and it just meant that it was a lot smoother, and I could see instantly that it was making the pattern right. The only thing was you had to do something different in one of the rows, and I still had to think back when doing that. But I think unfortunately it was just a confluence of events, you know, like there was a lot of people around. I was doing it the weekend rather than when I was on my own, and all that sort of thing. But for my first textured garment, I'm really, really pleased with how this is coming along. I've just got the 2 sleeves and the neckline to do, so maybe it could be done by next podcast, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how it's turned out, to be fair. And I'll just show you the yarn in case you didn't see last week's vlog. I'm doing it in John Arbon's Appledore DK, and that's 40% Devon clothes wool, 40% Romney, and 20% Exmoor blue face, and that's double knit. And I'm also holding it together with a strand of the same Appledore in double knitting, and this colourway is Quench. And as I've said before, it was Laura Penrose who I saw had knitted a sweater up in this, and I absolutely loved the fabric that this had, the colour, should I say, of the fabric that this had created. It's lovely. This is the most rustic yarn I've ever used, and with the way that the pattern is on the sweater I've chosen to knit in it, I will have to probably wear a vest underneath it. I'm hoping that I can just wear a normal vest, no sleeves, and that the arms will be fine against me. It doesn't feel mega scratchy against my skin, and Mona would say it's not even rustic, but it does feel rustic to me because I'm used to very, very soft superwash yarns. Okay, I think that's everything about that. So my, oh, 1 second. My final work in progress is my Paul sweater, and as you can see, oh yeah, I'll show you. This was where my stitch marker was in the last podcast, so that was 2 weeks ago. I've managed to finish the ribbing and I've done the Italian bind off. This ribbon seemed to go on forever. It's a 15cm rib on this pole sweater. Feels fabulous though, I must say, because it's done on 3mm needles, so it's lovely and squishy. So I did all that, and I've also now picked up for the first sleeve. Now this is a really oversized garment, and I tried it on last night, and yeah, it's really oversized, and I'm not used to that kind of fit, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like. And I'm going to make sure that I'm trying this on because the sleeves look massive, so I'm going to make sure that I try this on. I think it'll be lovely and warm and snuggly, and one of them cozy sweaters that you just pull on when it's chilly and you know you want to be nice and cozy. So I'm looking forward to that, and the fabric it's making is lovely and soft. This is the Woolly Knits cones, and it's their merino, and this is the colour Plato. Adore the colour, and it's kind of one that's going to go with everything. But I'll pop some pictures on the side because then you can see the kind of fit that I'm getting at the moment, and I know it will relax quite a bit. On this one I'm doing size 4, and I think that was the recommended size, which does give me quite a bit more ease than I'm used to. So I'm hoping that it'll be nice in that it's different to other stuff that I've got in my wardrobe. But like I say, yeah, the colour is absolutely stunning. Oh, and what I'm doing on here as well, and with what happened in my salty days and using those light bulb stitch markers, and then I was watching a podcast by Amanda Birch, I think it's Amanda, Birch and Lily, and she'd just been doing the sleeves on one of her, I think she's doing a lot of cardigans at the moment, and she'd put light bulb stitch markers in every time she did an increase on the sleeves. And I thought, you know what, that's perfect for this pattern because you know, it's an increase, the increase rate is even, so I thought that's going to probably be the easiest way for me to keep track of it, and I'm finding that really good. You know, beginner knitters tip, if you need one, use these light bulb stitch markers, they're fantastic. Anyways, so yeah, there's not much more to say about this. Again, this is just needs the I need to knit the neckline, I need to do this sleeve and the other sleeve. With it being oversized, it does take a bit longer, and it is on smaller needles. I think this is 4mm for the main fabric, and then it's 3mm for the, or 3.25 for the ribbing. Okay, it seems like it's going to be quite a shorter episode this time, but I will just check my oh yeah, I've got one more thing to talk to you about, and then I have purchased some yarn. I know, very naughty. Just get a drink of my brew, sorry. Maybe I'm talking really fast this week, I don't know. First coffee of the day. Yum. Okay, so this is a new cast on. I will be doing a video about this because I thought it might be quite interesting for other people to see, because it's the first time I'm trying doing this. Now this, I don't have the band, I don't think, for this yarn, so unfortunately I can't tell you what it is, and it's one that was sent to me in a wool swap from Germany. So but like I say, there is a video coming up on this, so you can see the process. But what I'm doing here is knitting a sock tube. Now it was Craft House Magic, and I forget your name, sorry, I'm terrible with names, but I've been watching her crafty vlogs, and I was watching her East Anglia yarn show videos, and in her video where she was talking about what she'd actually purchased. She'd bought, and I can't remember which vendor she bought it from, but she bought a sock tube. And I was like, I've never really known what the point of these sock tubes are. I got the gist that you just had your bits, your heels, your cuffs and toes in, but I was like, well, I'm not sure that's for me, because the whole point of a hand knitted sock for me is that I'm knitting it myself. Anyways, then she went on to mention that she does have a YouTube tutorial where she knits a sock tube, and she uses up the full 100-gram ball, knits a sock tube, and then she makes that into 2 pairs of socks. Now that interested me, and I was like, right, well, I've got lots of, because last year was my first year knitting. I went wild and, you know, went to Yarndale, and you know what it's like, first yarn show, and just bought lots of random 100-gram skeins that I've got to now try and do stuff with, which it's difficult to think of what you can do other than socks. And also to not be left with lots of random bits of leftovers, 20 grams, 40 grams, all that you're trying to do. And other than putting it into my blanket, you know, you don't know what to do with these. So anyways, that's a bit of a tangent really, isn't it? But what I was trying to get at is if I could knit a sock tube out of 100 grams and use the entire skein, there'd be no leftovers or hardly any, and then I've got 2 pairs of socks. I thought, oh, that sounds fantastic. And then I went on and I thought, right, I'm going to find a video and have a look. So I watched the video, and it actually doesn't look too difficult. Now I say this now, when my video comes out you might see a right disaster going on, but yeah, I really thought I want to give this a go, so I immediately cast on, and I'm using this yarn, and as you can see it's a very random pattern it's creating on this fabric, but the colours are beautiful. And yeah, so basically I just need to keep knitting this until this runs out. I've done a cuff at this end, I'm going to do a cuff at the other, and then I will be recording a video when I do the other parts, and I'll show you how it turns out, because I think this will be fantastic, because I can knit this quite fast and do it on this circle, and it's a perfect thing for having when you're out and about, perfect for knit and chat, all that, because you're just knitting in the round. It's little, easy to take with you, and you don't need to think about anything, because you're just going and going and going until you run out. The only thing that bothers me about this is I'm not sure how the fit's going to be. I've never done an afterthought heel before, so I don't know how that'll be on my foot, and also the length of the sock, so that might, see if you could do this into 2 mid socks and then 2 shorties, that would be fine, but obviously this is my first time doing it, so I'm not sure that I can if I could work that out, how I could work it out, etc, etc. But I'm really hoping that this works, because I've got lots of single skeins that I could easily knit into sock tubes and then put in afterthought heels if it fits me okay. I've got some I could try for my partner as well, see how the fit is for him. But yeah, I'm happy to I've found that tutorial. Her tutorials, I've watched a couple of them. She explains things really well, and she makes it look easy to follow, so I'd highly recommend her, and I'll put a link to the tutorial that I'm talking about in the description below, so that you can have a look if you want to have a go. Be interesting to hear actually if you have done this before, following that tutorial or any other tutorials, or how you find the afterthought heel fits, if you find it easy to do it.
I'd love to hear. Okay, so we have got an acquisition this week, and I'm not really supposed to be buying, which I'm not. This is going to crinkle, sorry, so I'll just open it and then I can show you. This is the one downside to having yarn dyers on your Instagram feed. Oh my god, this yarn feels so soft. Okay, so this yarn is by My Creative Garage, and it's Vanessa, and she's an Australian hand dyer. Yeah, I know. But when I saw this yarn, it was just so my colours. I just couldn't, and I showed my partner and he was like, oh well, you need to. So he has his hobby, which is painting miniatures, and I have the knitting. So I don't think we're helpful to each other in the let's not purchase any more stuff. Okay, well this is called Sequins, and it's 75% superwash merino, and it's 25% nylon, and that's a fingering weight. It's 400 meters per 100 grams, and it's Vanessa Kind is the hand dyer, and it's My Creative Garage. And just look at those colours. Now I've got 3 skeins of this. 3 skeins did get me my, is it 3 skeins? Yeah, I think 3 skeins got me my Cozy Classic Light by Jessie Made Designs. So I could potentially eat that out of it, but I'm wondering if I want to do some sort of nice t-shirt, you know, a spring autumn sort of top. I want the colour to shine really, but I've not decided. So if you've got any ideas for me of what pattern I could do with this, that would be great. Just show you again. How fabulous is that? I mean, those colours are just so me. The blues, the pinks, the purples, the speckles, and then the bit of colour. Oh, it's so nice. And if you haven't looked on her Instagram, I'd highly recommend it, because she has knitted up a sweater using this, and she has added in some fluff. So let me get this right, about 2/3 down the body of the sweater she added in a pink fluff, and then she added in a blue fluff. Oh my god, it just looks really, really nice. Not that I want to add a fluff to mine, because I just haven't found any that I'm comfortable wearing yet. So and this is lovely and soft. I just want to enjoy the yarn on its own. But yeah, if you can come up with any suggestions, that would be fantastic. There's a few patterns I've had my eye on. There's I can't remember who it's by at the moment, but if I can find the photo, because I will have screenshotted it on my phone. There's a all over cabled t-shirt pattern coming out, and my friend Mona saw it and thought I'd like it, and that might be an option for this, but I don't know if cables are right for this. So anyways, yeah, as you can see, I really like this. Oh yeah, that brings me on to a good point actually about my ins and outs. As I've had no finished objects yet this month, there's no yarn out, but for yarn in this month, there's 300 grams, and that's it so far. So let's hope that I finish some of these. My plans for the next fortnight is that I want to hopefully minimum finish one of these garments, which will probably be the Paul sweater. Hopefully it will be, if I could get the Paul sweater finished and I could get the Salty Days finished, that would be really good, but it might be a bit ambitious for me to get done in 2 weeks. So that would be 4 sleeves and 2 collars. It all depends how much time I get knitting.
and then that will be great for my yarn out for the month. I am looking to do another cast on, and I'll just tell you what that is. It's the shawl that I'm wanting to do. So I'm looking hopefully very, very soon. So my next few cast-ons, but I really want to get some stuff finished first, is I really want to cast on the Brioche Adventure by Jonathan Tollo. I'm using one of my advents from last year, which was my Alice in Wonderland advent from Soul for the Yarn. Oh no, Yarn for the Soul. And that I'm hoping to take away with me. So I do want to get that at least started, because it's brioche, which I've never done before, and I think it's 2-colour brioche, but we shall see. And then the next few things that I've got lined up is the Very V-neck raglan by Jessie Made Designs. I'm doing that in my Sorella yarn. And then I want to cast on my Christmas socks. A bit late, I know, but I'm doing the Colour Palette socks by Laura Moratz, and I'm using the minis that I got in my Christmas box from U-Tree Yarn Crafts, and hopefully they'll be cast on soon. But like I say, I really need to get at least 2 of these sweaters finished. Hopefully the Salty Days and the fall sweater in the next couple of weeks, because to be fair, I want to get some use out of them as well before the weather warms up, which hopefully it will do soon. So that's my plans really for the next few weeks. And also next week, hopefully on Sunday, it'll be my I'm going to do another stash video, because you seemed to enjoy the stash video, and this time I'm going to go through my single skeins. So if you have any good ideas for what to use single skeins for, then I'd love to hear them, because I've got quite a few, like I say, that I'm working through. Hopefully the sock tube idea will work out, because that will be a great way to quickly make myself a few pairs of socks, because I've only currently got a couple of knitted socks that fit me and I really enjoy them. But yeah, so I think that's all I've got to say today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I feel like it's a bit of a quicker one this time, and see you next time. Happy knitting. Bye.